And I thought, if I had to write a book, it'd be entitled The 2-Yard Line of Life. So I'm going to give you a scenario that I love. I'm against a football team that's better than we are. And we're in the game in the fourth quarter, and we got 1st and 10 on the 2-yard line. You can't get a better teaching tool than that. You just can't. And you know when it got to be 3rd down and we're still on the 2-yard line, I'm going to call timeout. I'm going to get a little excited on the way out, and I hope I leave my clipboard back on the ground, because if I get in there, I'll probably break it. Which I had a habit of doing once in a while. Tap, tap, and then bang, bang. Sometimes you need that for them to hear it. But then we discuss everything that they've told you up here. We talk about it on the field. Gentlemen, you've got to get into the end zone. This is the end zone of life. This is where you learn to be a champion. This is where it happens. Linemen, and I might have to grab a couple and pull them close to me so they can hear me. I don't care how big they are. I don't care if they're faster than you are. I don't care. You find a way to get them out of your way. Move them, because you've got to get in the end zone. You've got to get in the end zone of life. Because we're on the 2-yard line a lot in our life. And I told them that many times in practice and pregame and halftime. How many times did the Lord put us on the 2-yard line? And He expects us to do the same thing as we preach. We got to get the end zone. And when you're on the 2-yard line, a lot of times we won, but sometimes we didn't. And that's called failure. I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing wrong with that. If you gave it everything you had, there's nothing wrong with that. And when I got them in the locker room, that's when you hugged them and you loved them and you told them how proud you were of them. Because they did everything I told them to do. But they just couldn't get in there. The good Lord had that plan for that night for them. And He wanted to learn a lesson about failure. Well, we're going to fail a lot more than we're going to win. And everybody that's born and goes through life knows that. But the only thing that we better learn is when we do fail, then we better learn to keep a positive attitude, and the next day is a new day, and we start over to get better. It's a great learning tool. You know, Dave Williams and I, we drink coffee together. I fix coffee every morning for we're out on the bus route. Over here in the trailer. And when we come in, we tell lies to each other. He tells more than me. No, he's a great friend of mine. But you walk back, I always put mine in the microwave. There's a globe of the world there, and I don't think they use them in the classroom anymore. But how many billions and millions of people are there in the world? And I spin that globe. And when it stops, I try to find Jackson Heights. What a gift God gave me when He put me here. He couldn't put me in a better place for my family. My family had the greatest place in the world to go through school and be loved by Kroger fans. And I thank God so many times, I mean so many times, that He put me here at Jackson Heights. Grandpas and grandmas, moms and dads, and students, all my Cobra fans, and all my friends. Thank you for your help, for your love, and for your prayers especially. And a very special thank you to all my players, all hundreds of them. I thank you for your help, for your prayers, and for your love, and especially for the respect you showed me so much in all my life. Thank you very much, and thank God for Jackson High School.